Hi, I'm Erica.
I'm Amy.
Welcome to Two Girls Tarot. So before we get into the read today, we're going to do our little disclaimer. Move this a little bit, move it down a little bit.
It's all on me. I don't want that.
All right. So our disclaimers are that we are, this is a collective reading. This is not going to resonate with everyone. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't.
Yep.
Okay. Be your own leader of discernment.
Chew bones and spit them out.
Right? And we are not doctors, lawyers, financial advisors, therapists. So please, if you need help in those areas, please go to those professionals. With that being said, some downloads. I got the song Stuck in the Middle with You yesterday, and that came up a couple times in some readings. So readings that I was listening to. The number 1010, 111, and 1111 keep coming up. So there's some maybe new opportunity coming in and some change as well. So
I think so.
Anything that you've seen or
I keep seeing numbers, a lot of repeating numbers. A lot of 111, a lot of 1111, 1212, 1010 as well. Yeah. And then some 333s and 444.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Mm-hmm. A lot of those. Let's see. I thought it was ironic that there was a turkey vulture in my yard.
Okay.
With crows. Like a lot of bird action happening around me that I've noticed. A lot of birds, a lot of wildlife birds. Okay. And then squirrels, a lot of fat squirrels.
Huh.
Yeah, I was at work posting earlier today and there was these two fat squirrels like running around like excited. I was posting my signs for work.
Okay.
And they wouldn't quite, they just kept and I'm like, you guys are some fat squirrels. I don't know.
So they're resourceful.
And then I kept seeing squirrels all day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
besides those ones.
I'm thinking like squirrels, and you might have to Google this to see what they stand for, but maybe because they're fat, maybe they're resourceful. They've got enough
fat little squirrels. Like you guys
squirrels. You fat. Like we gotta take some of these nuts away.
I understand.
Right?
I mean,
you gotta get ready to hibernate.
Yeah.
You know,
food's good.
And then crows are really, really smart. They're really intelligent. They're when it comes to like food sources, they find those really easily. They're able to mimic sounds. They're incredibly smart. So
yeah. I did see a dead raven on the side of the road, and I thought that was very odd because I've never seen a dead raven.
Okay.
And I was like, what does that mean? Besides all the live action birds I've seen, right? But a dead raven. So I thought that was odd. A little odd. I just kind of picked up on that. Like, really? That's weird. I've not seen that before. So
maybe somebody is losing, and I don't feel like this is for our collective, but maybe somebody around the collective is losing their connection to spirit, divinity, the death of that connection, that bridge, because like ravens and crows are usually like the bridge between the liminal.
Okay.
So that's something.
And we're so close right now. Like that gate is open and people are in touch and in tune with the spirit side, right?
Like some are ascending.
The fifth dimension is and I think from what I've been learning, that gap's kind of closing after the year ends, but it all starts happening around Halloween time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and then Mercury retrograde closes like what, on the 12th?
I think so.
15th, around then?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So
retrograde's been a little rough. It's been a little rough. Yeah, I've experienced a few things that are a little rough.
Right.
But I'm ready to pack it on and pack it out.
Right. Move on to the next. Yeah. Move on to the next
adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I think with that, because you're bringing up crows.
Yeah.
I was kind of feeling. So what we'll do is we'll take a look at the overall message and see what comes out.
Sounds good to me.
All right. What is the overall message for our collective? What is the overall message for our collective? Ooh, communication. Okay, let's take a look and see what that... All right.
Night.
When I lived on my 3rd floor apartment, one of my neighborhood crows would often come calling on my balcony in the morning. This was before we adopted our pup Layla, who took up chasing the crows away, of course. There was one crow in particular that stood out that my daughter and I eventually named Brave One, because he or she would go straight up to our sliding glass door and rap a tap-tap impatiently with its beak. This delightfully persistent bird was looking for a handout. The communication...
Food.
Right? Food,
Yeah.
please.
Food, please.
Communication brings the message to speak up. State what you want. Okay, I think that's really key here. State what you want. You may think those around you know what your needs and desires are, but that might not be the case. Now this is the time to articulate your wishes. Communication asks that you get clear on what you want so there will be no misunderstanding or confusion later. Although communication may point to a situation on an earthly level, it may also indicate that you need to be clearer with what you want when communicating to your spirit guides or higher self. Are you being too vague? Are you asking for what you want exactly? I think that's key.
Gosh, yeah, that really hit a point for me. Because I think
resonating.
when I try to manifest, I'm vague. And I'm like, I want this. Okay, what exactly do you want? Right? And I'm trying to... I'm not grasping.
No, I agree.
So that really hit a point for me.
I think I'm in the same arena too, where it's like I was too broad, and now I need to get it's more like whittling down, getting more specific, more exact, and stating what you want
and demanding it.
Yeah, and respectfully.
Respectfully, demanding it, because I don't think we're using our voices enough. Yeah.
I think it's maybe we're being too passive, and now it's like, no, this is what I want. This is what I want to see.
Right fucking now. Okay, action is on that.
Like,
I felt it though.
Please?
I felt it.
Right? Let's see. No, I'm kind of feeling the runic.
Okay.
I've been feeling the...
It's so funny. I almost opened mine last night. And I went to my old tried and true tarot deck. And I was like... I need to bring out my runic ones, the Void Kings.
Right? I think that's kind of why
a lot of like the Finnish stuff has been coming up, like Finland and stuff like that. Yeah. So, yeah. And
giants. The Norse mythological
that's another
giants.
thing that we forgot to tapped into is like the Nordic, the Finnish, and it's something that we both picked up and we were discussing the other day, and we're like, holy crap, like we're both picking up on this. How weird.
Yes. So,
dreams and just people saying little comments. Yeah.
And I think the fierceness of that sort of, that era is something that maybe our collective is needing to tap into. That's kind of what I'm feeling, because it's like, maybe you need to be more forceful, more, respectful, but forceful with what or more, maybe forceful
what we're desiring,
more confident. That's what I'm so it's like more like assertive. That's more the word that I'm looking for. Yeah, there we go.
I guess I was oh
my gosh. Okay, I didn't even say the words, but let's
the Hermit see. Upside down.
Okay, let's see what this one is. Okay, 8 of Wands. And we'll find out if the Hermit was supposed to come out upside down. We'll see.
Yeah, it just kind of slid and then flipped. All right. It was a flipper.
All right, flipper. Please give us more. Please tell us what the message is about, please. Please give us more information on that. Oh. 9 of Cups wishes. Okay. That is resonating with the card here. Then we've got Judgment.
Oh.
5 of Shields. Oh, we got the Magician.
The rainbow.
Yep. We've got the 4 of Horns, 4 of Cups. All right. And then the 5 of Cups. Okay. All right. And then we've got the 4 of Shields. Okay, so
What are you feeling?
There's the Two of Cups underneath here. So with the Four of Shields, what's interesting is there was a book that I was reading, and it had to do with how to manifest sort of your fortune. Okay, so how to manifest money coming in. And one of the things that they talked about was burning your ships. So what's kind of interesting is they brought up the fact that it's kind of like being all in something, deciding what you want, going for it, being all in. And then they did talk about like Norse, the Norse culture. And
that's funny.
And they also talked about, I forget what battle it was, but there was some sort of battle or leader in particular where they got to the enemy shore, right? They had rowed over, sailed their boats over, got to the enemy shore, and the leader burned all the ships and said, we're not going back unless we go back victorious. Oh. So it's basically, because you won't have, if you're doing battle, you're not going to have time to build ships unless that area is secure. Okay, because back then building ships takes time. So nobody's fleeing, nobody's leaving. We either conquer this right now, and then we can take the time to build the ships to go back home. I was
wondering what the whole thought of that, burning ships, but no, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's part of this is like building a foundation for success, and because that's kind of what the four of Pentacles really is about, building a foundation. But it could also be like holding on to something so tightly, like almost being miserly with it. But I think in some ways you almost, like when you have a dream or a wish or something like that you are going towards, you have to be like that. It's almost like you got to be Gollum a bit, my precious.
Yeah.
My
precious.
And it has to do with a partnership, an equal give and take. Now this can be romantic. For some of our collective, it's somebody coming in with a swiftness, with an aggressiveness. And maybe that's part of that might be you too, having to move aggressively towards what you want. If you want some sort of equal give and take, want some level of equality, you might have to fight for it. And but you've got to be assertive on it and what you want.
Assertive just keeps coming up, doesn't it?
Yeah. And the Hermit in reverse. Now the Hermit upright is somebody introspecting. And it's like,
I feel like our people are done introspecting. It's time to get out there and be assertive.
Like you need to take action. You need to firm up. If there's any sort of fogginess on what you want, you really need to firm it up right now. Like get clear on it. And then take action and go for it. Because that's what that Eight of Wands is, that swift action. Okay. You've got the knowledge. You're doing the background. Now you need to like take action and make a decision. You need to make a decision because that's the Two of Swords. This Two of Swords is
caught
a little...
in the middle a little.
Right? Caught in the middle with you. Oh. The Two of Swords is a little dark. Because you can't see it on, unless you really, really look or you've got the good lighting, but you see the bodies hanging in the background.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so
it's a little dark.
So you might be able to see it in the upper left here.
Yeah.
But this is...
it's very difficult to see, but oh, lordy.
I believe this is what they called, oh God, not a Volga. She would have been a Nordic high priestess or a Nordic witch. And I'm forgetting the exact name. In fact, let me see if I can just take a look at it really quick. Okay.
A Nordic witch.
They call it like a seed kona. On here it's a seed kona, but they have another name for it as well. I know I've heard it. That. Yeah. Because I think that's important.
Well, it's coming up for a reason.
Vulva. That's it.
Vulva. Volva.
Yeah, let's be specific on that.
I mean, we have a different definition for vulva.
But, yeah.
Yeah. So witches in the Viking world were called Volva. This name means wand wed, suggesting that these magic workers would not feel out of place in the world of Harry Potter. While they did carry staff like wands, the Volva were mostly seeresses. So seers.
Yep.
However, they also cast spells for love, healing, and victory.
Yep.
So they were big and proponents in their wars. Okay. And then Goddess Freya.
Freya's attached to that too. So, okay. Yeah, because she's a goddess of magic.
Volva.
So, yes. Vol.
Yeah. Oh. Not vol. Vol.
So there's some sort of decision that needs to be made. And again, there's the assertiveness because she's got swords. I feel like, because with the Two of Swords, normally it's like taking time out or taking time out to make a decision or being at a stalemate or indecision. But this feels a little bit, the energy off of this is a little bit more decisive.
Yeah. And the Upside Down Hermit is telling us.
And it's
time to make that decision.
Yeah. Yeah. And whatever, it almost feels too like whatever decision you make, you might have to be a little cutthroat about it because there's bodies in the background. Bodies hit the floor. Yeah, they may need to hit the floor. In this case, she's got them hanging, but to each their own. Whatever. And they're hanging upside down, so it feels more like maybe
draining the blood.
Yeah, maybe she gutted them. I don't know. That's a little dark, but with the 9,
how I'm feeling right now,
you're like, I could cut a bitch.
Yeah.
There's a certain
bitch I'd like to cut.
Right. Absolutely. Agreed. So there's a decision, and it has to do with your wish fulfillment, your happiness, because there's the 9 of Cups. I think whatever decision you make, it's going to affect that happiness, that wish fulfillment. It'll determine whether or not it happens. But I think if you make the sacrifice, then you're going to have this level of 9 of Cups. You're going to be drinking in the halls of Valhalla, but more like a earthly type of it. Not that you're going to pass on to the other side. We do have Judgment here, and what I really love is that we've got the Valkyrie there. Now, Valkyries, if I remember correctly, and I could be a little wrong on this, but Valkyries were the ones that passed judgment as far as when soldiers died on the battlefield. They would determine where they went.
So, they were like the body collectors, the soul collectors?
Yep, and they would determine whether or not they went to Freya's hall, and Freya got first pick. Or not Freya. Was it Freya? Freya? Yeah, believe it was Freya. Freya got first pick of the souls from the warriors. And then whoever was left over, Odin got. Oh. So she got first dibs. But somebody might be passing judgment on you, or maybe you're doing this to yourself. Maybe you're being too harsh on yourself. Because we also have the 5 of shields. So somebody's very left out in the cold, but this is a very different 5 of shields. These two, you can see there's 2 people, and one is leaving and the other is staying. These are soldiers that have been wounded after a battle. So some of you might have been through the ringer a little bit. But these are 2 people that are separating and going separate ways for survival purposes, because maybe one of them will make it. And what's interesting too is that below the 9 of Cups, we've got the Magician. This is again about manifestation, something that you are trying to manifest, and it's like you need to be more specific, because if you aren't, you will wind up in the 4 of Cups, essentially the 4 of Horns.
It's very adamant. He's being very assertive aggressive, right?
Yes. He's dressed for, like, this is definitely, like, he's got with the helmet, the sword,
rooster with the cock on his shoulder.
Yes. He's rocking out with his cock out. I'm sorry.
That he is.
Please don't ban me on YouTube. Oh my dear Lord. So being more assertive and more clear in what you're desiring, it's going to save you from grief and from dissatisfaction, is what I'm feeling. So if this is the time for clearing things up and taking action and doing it quickly. So what card should we should we use to clarify?
Maybe these. I don't know why I picked those up.
All right, let's take a look.
Intentions. Yeah, I feel like
I want to make sure that these are okay. Yeah, these are all the same. All right. Well, which one should we clarify first? The Hermit.
Yeah.
Because it's upside down.
Yeah.
All right.
Show off.
Please clarify the Hermit in reverse. Please clarify the Hermit in reverse. That one came right out. Transition. You are in between worlds now as you begin a new phase. Something's opening up. They're telling you to take action now. That's that transition you were talking about. Something moving on. The portal's open. Yep. It's time to go. Shit or get off the pot.
Yep. Sorry. Because it's not open much longer.
Yep. Love goddess. You attract love, attention, and good sex into your life now. Who doesn't need that?
Right?
Right?
Sounds like a good time to me.
Right? Hey,
I welcome it.
Yeah, please.
Thank
please.
you.
So this could,
yes, universe.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So this could be about romance, but this could also be about something that you love in your life beyond romance. I mean, yes, it talks about good sex and all that. Yes, it does. But it could be could be other types. Mean that either. Yeah. So apply it where,
where it lies, where it goes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Crystal power. Invest your energy in your crystals and hold the vibration. And on the bottom we have in the cards, divination gives you direction, but you have to take the steps. Okay. Yeah.
Point made. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Please. They're like
spirits. We hear you.
They're like, decide. You gotta move on.
Yeah. Get off your ass and do something.
I gotcha.
Yeah. I like that. That was good.
Yeah. I'm like, should we clarify her vulva?
Yeah. Is our vulva gonna have good sex?
Yeah. I know. I'm like,
Or was she gonna kill more people?
Right? Oh God.
Don't mess with my vulva.
Right? Dominatrix vulva.
Yeah.
God.
She's a killer.
Ooh, horned goddess. Okay.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So it's time of fertility and nurturing yourself and others. Okay. So a time of creativeness.
Yes. Creating something.
Not baby in the ethers.
No, baby in the ethers. Oh, Lordy.
You're like, please don't. Stop bringing that up. Stop.
I had a reading and they told me that I had a baby in the ethers waiting to be born.
You're like, please.
Yeah, that's a business that I want.
Yeah, business.
Not a baby.
Yeah. So
I've had my share of babies. I'm good.
Yeah. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, the fertility does apply broadly. Yes. Creative endeavor.
I don't mind being fertile. Not in that way. Yeah. Right? No babies coming out of my body anymore.
Right?
Yeah. No.
Please clarify the Two of Swords. Community. You need the company of your friends, coven, and tribe right now. Okay. It kind of flipped upside down, so it says kind of to the side, inner chamber, take time to commune with your spirits and ancestors. So I think if we put it on the side, because it did kind of come out to the side.
Mm-hmm. What does that mean then?
I feel like it's your clarity in what you want is going to determine how things go. Kind of is what I'm feeling. And it's like
most things.
And the cards is on the bottom again. Okay, divination gives you direction, but you have to take the steps. It's really reiterating that you have to make the decision. So make the decision. Be very clear, because the outcome is going to be based on your decision. And maybe part of the community is sitting down, not just with yourself, but running it by people and being like, if we had this in our lives, what would the overall effect be? And it's not necessarily I'm not saying to base your decision on what somebody else says, but
it's kind of like a running list, like you're projecting, right? Like we do a lot of projecting to create what we want in the universe for ourselves. So it's kind of like, okay, so projecting different scenarios of different aspects of, of things that you'd like to see in your life and where that would take you. And just being able to envision that.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's, I guess that's part of divination too, like being able to, that's a big part of it. Envisioning it, seeing it, putting it in the universe, wanting it.
And somebody might tell you something, or they might see a different side of it that you weren't thinking of before too. That's the other thing about like talking with people and being like, oh wait.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. We're doing a video. So, it's Mom. She's home. Hi, Mom. All right. Let's see. What else should we clarify? Because I think the wish, the 9, that's pretty, like...
Yeah, it's pretty explanatory. I'm thinking this, or definitely the Magician.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that. Please clarify judgment. Please clarify judgment. Please clarify judgment. Okay, we got crystal power again. Invest your energy in your crystals to hold the vibration. Light the way. Your leadership skills are being called upon to guide others. And then this came out in reverse. You are in between worlds now as you begin a new phase. And that could just be me. Love goddess is on the bottom. Maybe... And I'm just going out on a limb here, kind of what I'm feeling with the energy too, because this is about judgment. This could be outside, people outside, because the soldiers that have died on the battlefield are being judged by the Valkyries that are coming down to collect. So there could be somebody passing judgment on our collective. Somebody could have passed judgment on you and made a decision, and there could be something where maybe it's affecting their transition. They might not be going into this new phase. They might be stuck in a cycle now because they
have made that judgment call and
are making
it's an opinion.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
They're not seeing the full spectrum of the situation.
They don't see the leadership skills that you have, and maybe they're seeing them now,
or your high vibration.
Yep. And what you're attracting into your life, and maybe they're seeing that now, but because they made
and they're just being petty and jealous.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm dealing with that. Yeah. It's fun. Yeah.
Yep. And I'm
keep judging.
I'm seeing
you're all wrong,
right? And what we're seeing too is like some people getting there. They're not moving forward because they made a judgment on you and maybe did stuff because they felt you weren't worthy of something, and now they're getting their karma. Or like, some people are probably about to, or maybe their karma is just being stuck in that same cycle.
God, terrible.
That would be bad.
It would be bad.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that I am no longer stuck in that or dealing with that other person's karma.
Yep.
For years and years.
I think they're not, because on the so down below,
and all they can look at is the past.
Yeah.
And not see a hopeful future.
That's what I'm.
And they're cutting their nose off to spite their face.
Yep. That's kind of what I'm getting off of that.
Yeah.
I think that's, yep. All right. Please clarify the Magician. With his cock out.
And the rainbow.
You nasty magician. Sorry.
Nasty.
Nasty can be good sometimes.
Good sex.
Right? Exactly. That's love goddess.
Yeah.
Please clarify the Magician. Wouldn't it be funny if that came out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I would laugh.
On the last one.
So, crystal power.
Crystal power just keeps coming out, y'all.
It kind of came out
You
on
got
the
it.
side.
We got to do our cleansing of our crystals.
Yeah.
It's important.
Connection. Spirit is guiding you to make the right decisions right now. Yeah, they're telling you. This is like coming out again and again and again.
Mm-hmm.
Opening doors. You will need to use your charm to get access to what you want. Okay. What's really and share knowledge. You give and receive teachings, wisdom, and mentoring. So there is something about leadership. You are being asked to step into a leadership role. You are being asked to be more assertive. Doing so in a very I don't want to say what's the word? Not political. It's more even keel kind of way. I'm forgetting what the phrase is.
Objective
way, and diplomatic. Yes, is the other word that I'm thinking
diplomatic, that's the one.
It will help you open doors, but I think part of that is being diplomatic to certain individuals. Other individuals you need to be more assertive with because they keep on
the judgment.
Yeah, they keep going back into that cycle or trying to start that cycle. And
it's an opinion. Yeah. And everyone has one.
Exactly.
Just like assholes.
Yes. Oh my god, that's good. I love it. And it's, again, this invest. The word invest is really invest your energy.
And know where to invest your energy.
Yes.
And place that energy. That's something we need to learn too.
Yep. I think that's why it came out kind of on its side here, because it's like you're trying to manifest.
You're not doing
something.
It right.
Yep.
Yeah. You're not doing it right.
You're trying to manifest something, but narrow it down. Be more specific. And
shape-shifting.
You can now free yourself from the confines of all expectations. Okay, something that's funny is I had a dream about Nordic giants, Jotun. And I didn't know a whole lot about them, to be perfectly honest.
And then have a dream about it?
Right?
Odd.
And when I was younger, I focused more on Greek mythology, Roman mythology, so I didn't know a whole lot about the Norse one. My son was very smart. I asked him about it, and he knew right off the bat, and he told me that the giants were capable of shape-shifting. So that's something that's kind of standing out here.
I want to shape-shift.
Right?
Yeah. I want to be on a fly on the wall sometimes. Just
exactly.
Be able to hear, listen in.
Right? So.
Poop on people.
Exactly. Right. Like, hey.
Be a bird, poop in their eye.
God, that would be hilarious.
Another thing that kept coming up so here in the United States we have Thanksgiving, and that was last weekend, right? And I had a house full of people, and two of the people that were at my house had deja vu moments with me being like the person in their deja vu when I started saying something about something, and like where we were and the people around us, and both of them freaked out and had deja vu moments. So it was really poignant to me. I was just like, oh, how weird, how very, very cool. Yeah. And they're both newer in my life in this year for 2024.
Yeah.
Right. So it was just it was crazy. It was very there's some soul ties happening, and I feel like, you know how it came out, like our clan of people are coming around us, and we're starting to develop our
connections.
So I feel like that's happening in my world. It was really weird.
I think so. Mm-hmm. I think so. All right, what else do we need to know about this situation? I'm going to use the Gjallarhorn Tarot just to see. Just get a few. Odin, the All-Father, came out. Okay.
And you weren't just talking about him.
Right.
About 20 minutes ago.
Right.
Ooh.
All right.
What's that?
Jara Cycle. We're just going to pull 3 of these because I'm kind of curious. And this kind of came out in reverse. We're going to do, or on the side a little bit.
It was Isa. Stillness. Isa.
All right, so let's take a look.
Let's see what those mean.
Odin. All right. Eek.
And these are your new cards. I like them.
Yeah, these are
They're pretty cool.
Gjallarhorn Oracle. So Odin, the All-Father, sacrifice, wisdom, divination, and his day of the week is Wednesday because it was Odin's Day. So let's see. Summoner through sacrifice and seeker of all knowledge in the cosmos, Odin roams between realms, between the seen and unseen.
Didn't we talk about that?
You're dead, Carl. between. It's the in between, the liminal. Between this world and the next. So, and he has 2 ravens. And I forget what their names are, but one is Memory, and I forget what the other one is. But he's tied to ravens.
Wow.
So, a wanderer, a master of disguise. So obviously a shapeshifter, a chieftain of the gods. His thirst for wisdom is unparalleled. His pursuit knows no bounds. His willingness to sacrifice himself, hanging, pierced by a spear, Gungnir for 9 nights on Yggdrasil. That's the life tree.
Hugin and Munin.
Yes.
Okay, those were the 2 ravens' names.
Let's see. And he hung himself on the tree of life, Yggdrasil, until the divinatory runes finally revealed themselves. So this is kind of telling me that you may need to sacrifice something for some sort of knowledge or wisdom. That's kind of what I'm getting in order to move through this cycle. I think, Jared, let's take a look at that. Let's see. Okay. Jera, harvest cycle seasons year. We all walk personal cycles of evolution, these never-ending spirals of discovery, discernment, and decision. Right off the bat. The defining steps are taken at the beginning and end of each season of our lives. Awareness of who we are comes with time. Jera, the 12th room of the Elder Futh. I can't say that. Lies at the halfway point of our journey. You may be at a halfway point in something. This is a marker of progress, assimilation, and harvest. Through Jera, we can simultaneously reflect on what has brought us to this place of cultivation. We can reach back through the eyes of who we once were. So somebody's reflecting on the past. This might be somebody else. And let's see, who once were when we planted the seeds of this cycle. Then forward through the brilliant, robust hues of the sunset of the season. We can see the possibilities beyond the shimmering horizon. The rune speaks of balance, achievement, physical and spiritual harvest, the rewards of right action, equal relationships. Okay, so yeah, this is about decisions and discernment and what we want to move forward. Let's see, Issa, and it's on its side.
I don't think these matter if they're upside down, sideways.
I don't think so either. Issa, stillness, ice, distillation, purification. This is that hermit energy. Issa holds us still in a seemingly singular moment, spanning depths of frozen time and space. This 11th rune leads us into forced stasis or pause. That's the hermit. Here we are given the opportunity to plumb the depths of our lives, to meditate on all that has led us here for better or worse. Issa carves out time for reflection and for assimilation. This room provides a bed for healing in the darkest recesses of our most painful wounds. Our most profound rebirths occur here as we slip into a period of intense alchemical distillation.
Error.
So it's
tongue twister.
It's you transmuting. It's transmutation.
Again.
Yep. This rejuvenation clears. Yep. It clears the way.
Distilling alchemy.
Yep. Clears away even the most harrowing emotional glaciers before we emerge drenched, cleansed, and purified.
You know,
it's like a rebirth.
Yeah.
A new cycle.
Getting into that door. Transformation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that the hermit came up at the beginning and towards the end of our readings, you know. So there's something to do with that.
I'm wondering if we should even do the what's the tea, because I feel like we know what's the tea. Let's see here. I feel like we should do spiritual gifts, and then maybe do some empowerment and focus cards, and pull a spirit animal, because I think it's pretty clear about what the message is. I don't think we need to clarify what's the truth of the message.
Yeah, we know the message. Pretty clear.
Right?
Thanks, Spirit.
Right?
Yeah.
Get off your ass and move.
Yeah. Transform! Make shit happen!
Right?
Yeah. It's time. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the change. I am.
Yes.
I am.
Oh. So, you might be, so spiritual decor consultant came out. You're being called to explore clearing, balancing, and maintaining subtle energy fields within a space that supports one's purpose through design and decor. But that's kind of in line with something else, is what I'm thinking too. All right, what else we got, universe? What else? Spiritual adornment. You're being called to explore creating talismans, jewelry, and other spiritual pieces for enlightenment and protection.
Oh, I like that.
Take one more. Oh, it's giving us two. Okay.
If anything, the collective is very, very talented and gifted when it comes to arts and crafts, jewelry making.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Manifestation coach. You're being called to explore sharing your knowledge of manifestation to help remove blocks and make dreams come true. I think you might be going through this so that you can help others manifest. And coaching came out. You're being called to explore transformation and mentorship to bring clarity, insight, and healing for growth and transformation. This is probably not just for you, but for other people. You're going through a process so that you can help other people.
You're awakening.
Yep.
Yep, that's what's happening. It's the shift of the newer, things are going to be changing.
Yep. All right. Empower cards. What do we need to know? Ooh, okay. Being honest is not always easy, but it is empowering you to speak your truth. Okay. I see you, Spirit. Remaining lighthearted during stressful times will help keep you in the flow. All right. And enjoy life. It is eternal. And then at the bottom, to truly honor the source of your being, live from the flow of your heart.
I like that.
Okay. So, speaking your truth, being honest, and saying what it is you want.
And living life the way you want to.
Right? Exactly. Not living for others, living...
It's a hard lesson to learn.
Yeah. All right, healing. What do we need to know? Jealousy. So I think that falls with that judgment card. Other people might be jealous of you because you're on the rise. So, and they want to tear you down. Belonging. It came out in reverse, so something tells me that they don't want you to belong. They want...
Or they're jealous of your belonging.
Yep. Illusions.
So they're creating illusions.
Yep.
Huh.
That's resonating something.
Sure
fierce.
Sure is.
Habits. Old habits and new habits. I think this person is stuck in old habits out of fear.
Yep.
Oh, that's resonating.
Makes sense.
All right. So, Spirit, please give us some clarity here for
our spirit animal.
Yeah. Let's get some information here.
Oh, sorry. I'm yawning.
It was a long day.
What
do we need to know, Spirit? Universe? Rabbit. You know what? Somebody brought up rabbit today.
Really?
Yep. So one of my coworkers, Leah, brought up rabbit because on the first of the year, she said this was a tradition that a friend of hers had. The very first words that should come out of your mouth when you wake up in the morning on the first of a month is white rabbit, white rabbit, white rabbit.
Really?
So, yeah.
Why?
I think it's for a new beginning and abundance.
Oh.
So if you've been going through difficult times, it's time to think outside the box to find the solution. So
I mean, it doesn't hurt,
right?
Not at all.
This is
just
also
manifesting,
right? This is also a reminder to avoid neglecting your creative side. If you let creative projects lapse, it may be time to pick them back up again. Okay.
I like that.
All right, give us another one. Okay. Jaguar, growth. Maturity is the ability to embrace change, and change cannot happen without death. This death does not necessarily mean physical death, but it could be the ending of a relationship, a situation, or simply your decision not to continue with the same old habits. Sorry.
Habits.
So, there we go. And this could be walking away from somebody who's stuck in those old habits.
This could be drinking too much.
Yep.
Eating too much.
Raccoon, letting go. This message has to do with those things to which you cling. Be it a thought form, habit, creed, or situation, the time has come from letting go. Probably for letting go. Something is halting your progress and you are spinning your wheels. Once you embrace change, blessings will follow. Okay.
I like that.
Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, Armadillo. You're protected. You are protected. So, you are entering a phase where in order for you to be in alignment with your intentions and co-create your best life, you may have to be discerning and say no to things that have been holding you back in the past. So this is about being clear with what you want, being assertive with what you want, and then taking action towards what you want. And if you do that, you're protected. I mean, you're
protected anyway,
but it's just like.
But letting go of the old and moving on to the new. Yeah. Letting go of the old habits, moving on to the new habits. Change is always hard, and you will be protected if you embrace that change.
Yeah.
And the better you are at embracing the change, the easier the change comes into your world.
Yeah.
From what I've learned.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
And what I tell my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, change is hard.
It is. And sometimes it's more about, again, it's like stepping out of maybe that doormat energy, because maybe you are too quick to forgive or to let somebody back in, and that's
I've always been that way.
Yeah, that's creating that cycle. So putting up those boundaries and saying no,
Yeah, no more. I won't tolerate this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a big part of growth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Learning. I'm putting up this boundary and you will no longer cross it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Or you don't get to be in my world.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Well, this is a good reading.
Yep. That's the message for today.
I feel really optimistic, and it's like, just keeps going back to. Yeah.
I think good things are coming in.
A lot of transmutation is going to be happening. Some change, embracing that change,
Make a list of what you want.
Being assertive with what we want and being specific.
Yes. Narrowing it down.
Yes. Details, specificity.
Right.
All of it. Yes.
Exactly.
It'll help us all transform.
Yeah. Exactly.
And embrace that.
All right. Well, that's
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Bye.